up, my people? What's up, my people? Good afternoon. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Back in the building. Second time around today. Some of you might have not been over here when I was on live this morning, but second time back around. Feeling good. A little tired, but I'm feeling good. Hold on, let me fix this. Hold on, y'all. Fix the lighting in here. It's a little dark on my channel a little bit. All right, here we go. Hope everybody's out there is having a blessed Friday. Hope everybody's feeling appreciated, blessed, thankful for seeing another day and knowing with him all things is possible. Safe travels to everybody out there moving on this Friday. Be safe out there. Y'all know how Fridays get, especially in New York City. So just be real careful out there. All kinds of crazy people, moving in the streets. Y'all know how it goes. But shouts to all my amateurs who are fighting tonight out in Bay Bridge. Good luck to y'all out there tonight. To the winners and the losers. Of course, shout out to my brother Bohemian Boxing, who will be out there tonight. Shouts to him, yo. We'll be getting up with each other tomorrow for tomorrow's show, John's Gym. And this fight week, man, we got a great fight week. Before I can even get started on what it is that we're here for, let me just talk about how this fight week is a very dope fight week, and you morons are still or find something to say when you should just be enjoying the sport no matter what's going on. It's a great week. We got Matchroom. We got the people on the other side. They got something going on tomorrow night. It's a lot going on, man. So there ain't no reason. Something going on tonight. I mean, so I don't know what y'all could have to complain about when it is so much going on here this week. We're gonna get into this boxing talk. Um, Hold on, y'all. Oh, I hate when my screen starts doing this. We're gonna get into this boxing talk. Tevin Farmer is Zepeda 2. I just honestly, I just watched the first fight, and pretty damn good. But let's get into it. All right, so let's go. So for my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. So yeah, anyway, I had watched that. I was just watching that. I should have been watched that fight. I don't know why I never got to it. And I kept telling myself after the first time they fought, I was going to get to it. It never got to it. And I didn't think that they were going to rematch again, so it wasn't on my mind to get to it. And, I had heard some great things about it. I think I even glanced at some highlights. And I was like, yeah, okay. It was better than I thought. And even now, I'm gonna probably still go back to watch the last couple of rounds. I forgot what round I was on as I was actually watching it, because I say to talk about two, you got to see one. It's almost like watching a movie. to and you don't understand it. So to understand it, you're going to have to watch. Sorry, y'all. This dumbass tablet is being stupid. Anyway, so to understand the first, it's just like watching a movie. To understand the first fight, you have to look at the second one. I mean, excuse me, to understand the second fight, you have to look at the first one. I like what I saw from old Mr. Farmer. And Tevin was up in a lot of those rounds. I mean, I've seen Zepeda throw a lot of great shots. But from the time that bell rung, I was very impressed what I saw with Zepeda. And I didn't get to watch the rest of it because I just realized I've been sitting around all day. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I should have been watching that fight from earlier. But it didn't really hit me until now where it was like, okay, you know what? If you're gonna talk about it, you might want to go ahead and look at the first one. I can't say how many rounds I gave because I don't. If y'all know me, I really don't do rounds where I give people. I'm gonna start working on that. But I'm not the person who really gives rounds to people. I think I did that maybe one time, and I forgot who was fighting when I did it. Can't remember who it was that was fighting, and for the first time, I had picked rounds. But this one, for what all we know, is going to be better one. The first one was great. Like I said, I didn't watch the last couple of rounds. When I get off with y'all, I'm going to watch the last couple of rounds because this is just the first fight that I'm talking about. And even with two, we're gonna come back um, Monday afternoon to talk about tomorrow's fight. Because I can't say what the second fight will be like. I'm gonna be honest with you. All I can say is what the second fight is going to be better than what people think it's going to be, or maybe what they thought the first fight was going to be. A lot of people gave it to Tevin and said, "Hey, Tevin had won it." Um, and from the looks of it, it looked like he did. But I will go back and watch the rest of the rounds to see how Zepeda got it. Because, like I said, to understand the second fight, you are going to have to watch the first one to understand a trilogy or why trilogies exist. You have to go back to the first two fights to see why it even became a trilogy. Why did they entertain it a third time? Or why did they even entertain it a fourth time? These are just some of the things that you have to go through. I'm not making no predictions. I'm just here to talk about how fights like this is what we need, especially at 35, because 35 is still great now. No matter how many guys from 35 moved up to 40. When you look at the class of 35, there's some monsters in there. The problem is we need certain people to start fighting certain people. Uh, just look at 35. I'll have to go through the guys. You know why? Because if you know, you know. If you know who's at 35, I'll have to run down the list of who's at 35. You know, and no matter how many losses Farmer had, y'all gonna want to pay attention to that and just say he's a gatekeeper. Well, if he is, he's a pretty goddamn good gatekeeper because to me, William Zepeda should have his first loss. So what this is 7 losses for Farmer? Cool. I told you some of the favorite fighters have seven. I mean, some of our favorite fighters have multiple losses. That doesn't take away from what they can do in the ring. A lot of people, I'm sure, thought that Zepeda would just probably stop or knock Farmer out, and it didn't happen. Um, and that's some of the things that we gotta pay attention to. Sometimes these fights are not gonna go the way you think it's gonna go. Some styles are difficult to beat. You see, styles make fights, but sometimes styles are difficult to beat. Um, and I can't, like I said, I can't say why they gave it to Cepeda. I would have to go back and once I get off here, I'm gonna go and continue to watch the last couple of rounds that's left because I don't know if I was in the fifth round. I might have been in the fifth or sixth round. So I will come back to speak about this again. Now I could have easily held this, but I said no. Why not talk about it? There's nothing else going on. I'm not talking about the other side, the other people that's with the fight going on tomorrow. Because if you know, you know. So I don't have to get deep into why I'm not talking about it. Um, and I don't even know who's on this zone. I don't even know who's on this matchroom card. I'm gonna be honest with you. Matter of fact, I think we have some ladies on there, which is beautiful things because the ladies on both sides of the streets, there's gonna be a lot of ladies fighting tomorrow, which is it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. Uh, I'll probably get on them at some point, but I know I'll definitely be back Monday to talk about it. I won't be on here long, but I just wanted to say that this is what makes boxing great, where we can get people to run it back without no excuses, without no hesitations. We don't need both sides um, just stalling. And I know sometimes sides can't come to an agreement and things happen. I get it. Sometimes things happen. But this is what keeps boxing great. It has been great so far for the new year. We're coming into April, and it's been all right so far. And I'm sure we're going to get a lot more uh, great matches like this coming up. Rather if it been with the ladies or if it's been with the fellas. I am tomorrow now, even though the fight is tomorrow. Um, I know I will be back here at 1 o'clock to talk about a fight that I was getting into the other day, but I didn't like how it went, so I deleted the video. We're gonna come back and do Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor 3. Another one where you go, hey man, I don't understand. What if she lost 2 times? Why is there a trilogy? Well, to understand why there's a trilogy, you'll have to go to the first 2 fights. That's the only way you're going to understand why. Even though this is probably the most difficult trilogy to see because the outcome was kind of crazy. Where some people think that it shouldn't be a third one, but it is a third one. And shout outs to both ladies for giving us what we want because what some of these ladies are doing, or what Zepeda and Farmer is doing, is what your favorite fighter won't do. Y'all got your favorite fighter worrying about keeping a record pretty. Where you got guys like Farmer who don't care about that. Win, lose, or draw, he's coming. Y'all too busy. Y'all the reason why your favorite fighter wants to stay undefeated. Jab Marine, what's up? Y'all the reason why your favorite fighter wants to stay undefeated because you don't want to see your favorite fighter in there with nobody. Let's keep it 100. Let's just keep it all the way 100. And that's why y'all find reasons to complain about what's going on in the sport of boxing. Let's keep it real. You don't want your favorite fighter in there with nobody. If some of y'all eyes, Tevin Farmer's a bum. That's cool. Tell your favorite fighter to get in there with him. Why? For what? What are they going to accomplish? Well, a lot of y'all thought that Zepeda was going to go in there steamroll through him. Obviously, he didn't steamroll through him. That didn't happen, and I don't see it happening in the second fight. Unless Farmer gets cocky or he doesn't stick to his game plan or he goes in there showboating, might be doing a little too much and get caught with something. That's the only way I could see that happening. But if he goes in there and he boxes smart like he did the first time, hey, Zepeda could be getting his first loss. But either way you look at it, you could talk about, oh God, if he loses now he has 8 losses. It's time for him to retire. Well, it's time for your favorite fighter to retire. I don't care if they undefeated or if they got one loss. If they're not trying to give us the fights that we deserve to see, why don't you tell them to step aside, get out the way, go enjoy your life, go enjoy your fake undefeated life. Because you guys are always saying these guys can fight who they want, they earn the right to fight who they want. Okay, then go tell your favorite fighter go enjoy his fake undefeated life. Hmm? Go tell him that. You have to give credit where credit is due. You guys are you picking and choosing, and then you making fun of somebody else who record is not as pretty as your favorite fighter. Everybody wasn't meant to be undefeated. Everybody's style that they bring to the ring is not going to impress everybody. It's just not. But you guys will find reasons to complain. And I never could understand that. Yo, Act, what's up? I see you in there, champ. What's the deal? I don't sweat it. When I watch boxing, I think about how far I've come and I think about how long I've been watching it and that I'm just alive to see it. So a lot of the things that y'all complain and talk about, I can care less about because y'all are worse than the basketball wives. Y'all worse than them. Y'all gossip. Any little thing that bothers y'all gotta take it to social media and cry about it. When there's no need for that. We got a lot of great things getting ready to happen. Yo, you got Jerron Boost Ennis coming, standing on this April 12th. You got the May 2nd Times Square. Like you have so much. Hey, if you're a Canelo fan, you got Canelo William Skull the next day. So right when you see the Times Square, the very next day you got Canelo and Skull. Rather if I like watching them or not, it is what it is. What are we talking about? Sometimes y'all have to be mindful of that. Be mindful of it that we're in a place in a space where there's some things that's going to change in the sport of boxing, and then there's just some things that's not going to change. Some things are better off the same. Some things need to be changed in certain departments. But boxing is going to be boxing, whether you accept it or not. And when you can't accept it no more, then respectfully move on. This is going to be great this week. We got two promotional companies going at it tomorrow. You got two different sides you can look at tomorrow. BC, what up? What complaining can you do? But that way, after the fight, which some of y'all are probably gonna do, after the fight, y'all might go live tomorrow. Some might go live Sunday morning. Some might go live Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, Monday morning. But you're gonna go live to talk about this week because this week is going to be a very interesting week. Interesting. in the weeks to come. So let me ask y'all something, a valid question, right? What are we complaining about? We have Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor press conference coming up April 9th. They're about to do something at the Garden on July 11th that's about to be amazing. And I'm going to talk about that tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. What are we really talking about? With y'all, it's just clicks and views. And I understand that. I see it more and more now. I understand it now. I see more. I see more and more. Make sure channel look different when I see. I get it. Y'all can have that life. Not me. I'd rather get mine the hard way. Hmm? I'd rather make some of the most boringest videos in the world and spitting truth in it than to be out here faking it till I make it and clout chasing. Just so when I look at my channel, I can go, oh God, I didn't know what I was talking about in that fucking video, but my views look great. Organic, that's a fact, BC. I'd rather have a boring ass channel. I'd rather y'all say I'll never come to his channel. I would never come to his channel. He don't know what he talking about, and he just be talking. Cool. I'd rather you say that. I'll be, what up? I'd rather you go ahead and tell me that than for you to ever say that I clout chasing and I kept bringing up the same fighters in my live every time I went live just so I can get people to notice my channel. No, sir. No, sir. We got boxing this week, y'all. We've been doing great. Pro box. PBC starting to slowly make a comeback. Matchroom. Golden Boy is getting in it. The other people. What are we talking about? We had like what are we really talking about? He said what's random drop be it's hard. Yeah. So when you think about it at the end of the day, y'all have no complaints. This year is going to be a very interesting year. And I have a feeling by the time December comes back around, we're gonna have jaw dropping moments where certain things that's happening we didn't think it was gonna happen. Don't we have Canelo and Bud? No matter how much people might feel about that and might disagree with it, guess what? You're gonna watch it. I don't care if you don't pay for it or not. You can stream yard, you can do whatever you can do whatever you gonna do. Guarantee you gonna watch it. And I'm sure when they do their tour, I'm gonna when they have their tour, which they probably come here to New York, I'll go to a press conference because that's gonna be a big press conference. As far as who's gonna win the fight, I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not really caring about who wins. It's about enjoying the sport. I'm no matchmaker, so I don't make no fights, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to enjoy it. So week after week after week after week, y'all going to find something new to chat about. William Zepeda, Tevin Farmer is a great fight. The ladies that's on the card is a great fight. The ladies that's on the other promotion that's fighting, that's a great one. I wish I could see that. Maybe I'll go on YouTube when it's all over to watch it. But it's going to be good. Shouts to all the female ladies out there doing their thing. That stand on business, that stand 10 toes down. Shout outs to y'all. And there's a few other matches that will be coming up. Got my man Keith Cologne returning April 5th on Pro Box. Be out there in Philadelphia. It's gonna be dope. Shout out to Keith Cologne. Shout out to his pops. I'll definitely be tuned into that one. Um, might even get the brother up here. I gotta get him back up here. It's been a minute since he's been up here. But it's great. This is great. Tevin Farmer Zepeda is great. I'm be glad when I get off this live to watch the last little bit, a couple rounds, because I would have did it, but I had to get on here. And once I watch that, then I know what I'm looking at. I'm already expecting. I'm already excited just seeing the first couple rounds, thinking, okay, part two is going to be nasty. It's going to be nasty. It was nasty. It looked like it was nasty work in the first fight. Nasty work. But this is what the sport of boxing is about. Y'all might not be happy with who. You might not be happy with Cepeda fighting Former because you probably wanted Shakur. Things happen. Still made a great fight. PC had to get ignored. Oh yeah. So yeah. It's gonna be good. Like I said, it's gonna be good for the most part. And I would just sit back and enjoy it because I'm at a point where boxing's not getting boring to me. The conversations are. So sometimes I run out of things to talk about. Sometimes I have to think about it. The sport is not boring. I think some of you guys make it boring with the same old topics. So a lot of times when it feel like okay, he's just talking and he doesn't know what he's talking about, it's like sometimes it's just like it's not that I don't know what I'm talking about or I gotta think about what I'm talking about. Y'all just make it boring. Y'all make it boring, and we shouldn't have to feel like that. Yes, the fighters have a responsibility to fight who they fight, but at the end of the day, they're gonna do what's best for them. And if somebody does not fight them who y'all want them to, they have to stay active. They can't be sitting here waiting to fight somebody that you want them to fight when they gotta stay active. The name of the game is to stay active. Because guess what? When they get in there with the guy you wanted them to get in there with, then when they lose, they'll say, well, he had a lot of time off. He should have fought them. He should have been for them. You see that? See how crazy that sounds? But true at the same time. Got to make it make sense. Some of y'all be asking for a little too much when it comes to the sport of boxing. Y'all ask a little too much, like y'all the damn promoters. Y'all ask for a little too much. Sometimes y'all got to take responsibility of some of this shit that be happening because y'all be on social media deriding, steady correcting a fighter. Y'all deride, sugarcoat it. This fighter don't have to do this. This fighter don't have to fight this person. Why should they have to go to West Africa to fight them? Why they got to do this? Why? When all that shouldn't matter. Shouldn't. But that's how y'all think, and y'all going to continue to think how y'all want to think. But if there's ever a time that we are getting bored having boxing conversations for those who really love it, not the ones who have to keep trying to convince you that they're boxing junkies or we're die-hard boxing fans. Bullshit. Don't try to convince me that you're a boxing junkie or you're a die-hard fan. No way. No way. Sitting home watching it on YouTube every day does not make or talking about it from Monday to Friday does not make you a boxing fan or a boxing junkie because half of y'all don't have a clue what the fuck you're talking about anyway. And you're just talking nonsense. You're talking nonsense. And then the nonsense that you talk cause you to get into an argument with somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. But because you're not trying to hear it and you're in your feelings about whatever you get in your feelings about because they eating you up, you can't take it. So now the boxing conversation that we supposed to have goes from that to disrespect. Some of y'all don't even deserve to even be on this internet. You really don't. You need to go play tag or go play something. ABC, remember back in the days how we used to play Skelsy? Yeah, y'all don't know about that if you ain't from NY. You need to go play some Skelsy. Go find something. Go play Uno. Go do something because this shit ain't really for y'all. And y'all behavior lets us know that it's not for y'all. Everybody want to be right. Nobody wants to be wrong. Everybody wants to be in a fighter's pocket. Everybody want to act like they know what a fighter making. Everybody wants to try to direct the fighter into who he should be fighting. You ain't no promoter. You ain't no manager. You ain't no agent. Yeah, BC, they don't know about that. Just. Hey, if you're a boxing fan, cool. I ain't mad at you. Be a boxing fan. Don't go overboard calling yourselves junkies. We're junkies. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not. Y'all don't even know what that means. Y'all just saying it because it sound good. Y'all ain't never took y'all asses to a fight. You barely walk into a gym and got the audacity to call yourself a junkie. Mm, absolutely not. You ain't lying to nobody but yourself. Because we know a boxing junkie when we see one. That's not you. So you can continue to lie to yourself if you want. But we know the truth. We got great fights this week. We got one tonight. I believe one is on right now. Um, the zone, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know exactly who's fighting, but I know there's one on. Go sit there and enjoy that. Go watch boxing today and tomorrow and sit back and not have no complaints on Monday morning. Can you do that? No, y'all can't do that. You can't do that. That's like asking a bunch of women on Love and Hip Hop to stop acting ratchet. Can't do that. The difference between y'all and them is that they get paid for their behavior. What about y'all? Josh Sanders, what's up? Smash that like button, y'all. Get these likes up. Get these likes all the way up. Makes no sense. Fights all this week. Go enjoy every fight. Go enjoy it. When that Monday come or that Sunday come, your attitude should be much better than what it was. Oh man, yeah, we had a great fight week this week. What y'all want to talk about first? Okay, let's talk about this, and then let's cross the street or let's go up the block to the other promotional company who had their fight. Let's go and talk about that one. Y'all get up, y'all got attitudes, man. All these fights was whack this week. Like what? Nah, man, all them fights was whack this week. Or yeah, well, this happened, that happened. That's why the fights was whack this week. Well, if what you call it would have been on the card, it probably would have made the fight interesting. Like, what are you talking about? Y'all be naming people that should be on the card that ain't even with the damn promotional company. And you like, what is you talking about, dummy? Yo, man, why didn't they put what you call it on the card? Because first of all, he's not in this promotional company, stupid. So like, it's like, what do y'all be talking about? And this is why I say y'all run y'all lips. You just be running your lips and you don't have a clue what you're talking about. Come on, Josh. I know you heard that. Straight up. He's not on this card because he's not with this promotional company. What do you want him to do? Y'all be asking for fights that don't even make any fucking sense. I think y'all be either going to bed and having a dream about this fight in your head, or y'all be playing the video games and taking these fighters and putting them against each other in the game, and then you be like, shh, because it happened in the game, it could happen in real life. Yeah, they obviously never had nobody to talk to or tell, because it just be crazy to me, man. All these fights this week and last week and all these weeks we've been having. What is your problem? Y'all get up Monday and still complain. They got the nerve to go on. Y'all go on y'all lives after the fights, spending 2, 3 hours. It be freaking 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You on the damn shits arguing. Are you kidding me? I'm not arguing boxing at no time, and I damn sure ain't gonna argue with you after 12 midnight. What sense does that make? You think that makes y'all boxing junkies? Cause you do that? Oh man, we stay here to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, man. We can show people we do this for real. No, no, no. I used to do that in the beginning. That's because I was getting my name out there. So I did it in the beginning when I was getting my name out there. But after a while, I'm like, nah, bro. I need to be laid up with my boo, man. I don't need to be on here with no, hell no. Especially not if we're gonna argue. I don't need nobody to insult me at 2 o'clock in the morning. Hell, I have no problem. I can do that on my own. It makes no sense when you think about it. And all you have to do is just sit back and enjoy sport of boxing. That is too damn hard for some of you geniuses to do. Well, I'm not going to be satisfied until I get this fight. Well, then you know what? Why don't you go on a vacation then? That means dismiss boxing out of your life for a little bit. Dismiss it out your life a little bit if it's like that. Well, no, I ain't going to dismiss it because there's still some fights I would like to see. Then what are you talking about? Shut up. This is how y'all talk. This ain't something I'm making up. This is how y'all talk, man. Y'all don't know if y'all coming or going. Y'all really don't. I don't know where some of y'all people come from, but I'm telling you, man, y'all are weird. Super weird. Yes, there's some things we all see in boxing. We all know that need to be corrected. Yeah, we know that part. But there's only so much we can do about that part. But other than that, I don't know about y'all, but boxing put me in a place where I'm able to grow. I'm able to go places. Even if it's not outside of New York. I'm able to meet beautiful people, press conferences. I get to build. I got media people I'm cool with, men and women, and that's through boxing, boy. I'm not gonna sit here and be like some of y'all, because if some of y'all were in the media and actually taking your skills and going to a press conference and going to a weigh-in, if you were actually doing that, you wouldn't have time for this other extra stuff. You ain't got time for that. I don't. I'm busting moves, man. What I'm gonna be sitting on here arguing with your ass for? To prove who's smarter? There's no need for it. Smash that like button, y'all. Appreciate y'all coming in. Gotta make it make sense. And sometimes it just don't. It don't. When I decided to start going to the fights and press conference and a weigh-in and a media workout, it made sense because it wasn't just about seeing guys and getting pictures with them. I'm like, okay, I'm going somewhere with this. I don't know exactly where I'm going, but I'm going somewhere with this. And if I'm going to continue to do this, then I need to be a little more serious and I'm going to have to come to these kind of events. And it worked out for me. And it was the best decision that I've ever made. Best decision I've ever made was to get involved in boxing. Because when you talk about the corrupted side, I know what to stay around and I know what not to go around and I know what to get away from. Three things in life you got to know. You got to know what to stay around, you got to know what to get away from, and you just got to know what not to go around, period. So then you ain't got to worry about getting away from it. It's that simple. It's kind of like being here on YouTube or going on people's channels. You got to know what channels to go to. You got to know what channels to get away from. And then you got to know what channels just to be like, man, you'll never catch me over there. Them people, them dudes is horrible over there. Exactly, Josh. Exactly. Exactly. All these unboxing junkies. Y'all don't, man, the real junkies, we know who they are. And they ain't gotta really let you know that they junkies. They just gonna let you know by when you talk boxing, you'll be able to know that they junkies. Ain't nobody out here trying to, if anybody trying to walk around and convince you that they a junkie, man, they full of shit. You ain't gotta convince somebody what you are. You know what you are. I ain't gotta convince anybody that rather if you believe it or not, I'm a junkie when it comes to amateur boxing. But I ain't gotta stay here all day and talk about it. I really ain't got to for real. All you gotta do is look at my line of work. Look at my line of work. Go on Instagram and look at my line of work. Hmm? They looking for attention like my stepkids, respectfully. Well, I always call them attention grabbers. This is what these dudes are. They're attention grabbers and they constant creators. I don't disrespect anybody's work. By all means, I try not to respect anybody's work because everybody has to do what they have to do. What everybody has to do what works for them. But you can't appreciate something. You can't continue to keep not appreciating something, but then continue to want to keep being a part of it. Oh, well, we'll never stop watching boxing, but oh, I have a right to complain. Yeah, you also have a right to not watch. You have a right to shut the fuck up. You have a right to go find something else to do. Yeah, that's a fact, Josh. Nobody has a right to do anything. I got a right to complain because I pay on my pay-per-views. I go to these fights. I bought merch. I paid apps. You got a right to stop doing all that once you're not satisfied with the sport of boxing. You have every right to keep every dollar in your pocket. But if you're not going to do that, you ain't qualified to complain. You ain't qualified to complain because what are you complaining about? Hmm? You just like hearing your own self speak, don't you? Hoping somebody just listening to you, right? So we can make it look like you know what you're talking about. I don't know what I'm gonna complain about today, but I'm hoping somebody's listening so I can at least look like I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Josh, listen, listen, man. These dudes out here, man. I'm telling you, I be questioning myself sometimes. Yeah, I know. I got you, Josh. I don't be getting them though. I don't be getting them. I be looking at them sometimes like, and I'm the one. I'm supposed to be convinced. Not you don't have to convince me, but I look at y'all and I'm gonna let yeah, all right, okay, yeah. I laugh at them all the time too. I mean, I try to respect what people do, but we're about to see some another great week of boxing this week. Come on, man. We got Farmer Zepeda too. If you saw the first one, which I'm gonna go back to watching the first one when I get off this live, great. We got women fighting on there. We got we got women fighting them all. We got women fighting them all. Like what are we talking about? But I guarantee you somebody's gonna find a reason to complain, come out tomorrow and be like, yo, that was yeah, women fight was alright. So do you think you ever think Shakur and Tank will still fight? Like y'all are so boring when it comes to that topic. Y'all are boring. Yeah, I'm not covering that though, Josh, because because of those people. But that's what I'm talking about. That right there. I might watch it on my YouTube though. Um, after y'all are boring with that topic already. Y'all are boring with that. Jesus Christ. Y'all talk about these same two fighters so much. I'm surprised y'all haven't got pregnant. Y'all belly should be out. Y'all say they name more than Candyman. Surprised y'all bellies are not out. Jesus Christ. Holy Mary on a cross. That's because we want to see it. We want to see it. We want to see it. Who don't want to see it? But I'll be damned if Monday through Friday I'm gonna goddamn keep telling people I want to see it. Are you kidding me? And that's no disrespect to either fighter. But god dog, after a while, enough's enough. You know how many fighters we got per weight class? How many fighters in this? Were you telling me like really? Come on. We got we know who's fighting them all. There's no reason why we should be talking about nobody that ain't fighting this week. Rather if it's tonight or tomorrow, I wouldn't care if they was fighting Sunday. There's no reason why other fighters that ain't got shit to do with this week should be coming up. Now, even though I'm talking about Amanda and I'm talking about Katie, the great thing about that is that it's actually happening. It's actually happening. So I'm entitled to do that. I'm qualified to do that. I talked about their first fight. I believe I did. I'm not sure if I did. I think I did. Matter of fact, I did. I talked about their first fight. I talked about the second one. And now here comes this one. Qualified to do that because they're actually fighting. This fantasy talk is boring, y'all. But y'all gonna keep doing it. And we're gonna keep having the same arguments and keep hurting our heads because we keep going back and forth with the same people who just know how to push our buttons and they know they can lower us in to these conversations. They trap us in. And a lot of us go for it, steady just saying, oh, I won't be falling for that shit. Nope, I'm not with it. We fall for it. And all y'all doing is having the same conversations about who dubbed, who should take what, this person's weight draining this person and the fight should take place here and this is the reason why it's not going to happen and back in this year Shakur should have did this back in this year Tank should have did that. Man, y'all doing all that shit and forgetting that all that shit don't matter. Them two brothers just had a fight this year. It doesn't matter if Tank fight went the way it went, Shakur fight went the way it went, you still called him trash and boring. At least y'all got to see both of them this year. It might have not been in there together, but you got to see them. What is the? Well, we're not gonna be. You're not gonna be satisfied when they fight. Why do you fools act like when they fight you're gonna be satisfied? That's what kills me. Y'all are not gonna be satisfied because you complained after Crawford and Spence. Y'all asses still complained. Who do y'all think y'all be talking to? Y'all act like if y'all just get that one fight that y'all want so bad, y'all gonna shut up. No, you're not. No, you're not. 2023 got y'all asses spoiled. And when it didn't go the way y'all wanted it in 2024, y'all were walking around here pouting, acting like a damn kid that couldn't get what he wanted from the toy store. Y'all stop trying to convince us that when we'll stop complaining when they give us the fight we want. You know how many fights we done got that we wanted? We ain't talking about the ones that y'all didn't want. The ones that we got that we wanted, and y'all still found a way to complain. Y'all will never be happy. But did my dog? I was hurt. Can't even lie. Well, no, I'm not talking about far as the performance. I'm just talking about just complaining about whatever. Complaining doesn't have to be anything particular. You just know a person that complains, Josh, and you just like, okay, you're not even complaining about nothing in particular. You're just complaining. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, did you not get the fight you wanted? Yeah. What, are you mad about the outcome? Well, I'm not so mad about the outcome. Like, how you be mad that you was right? If you said that Bud was gonna trash Earl, how you mad? You can't be mad. How you gonna be mad that you right? That's some bullshit. How? If you were going for Bud, what is your problem? Like, we've been waiting almost 2, 3 years to get that fight, and it happened. What is the problem with y'all? Start putting pampers on some of y'all after these fights, because y'all be ready to shit. It ain't that serious. It ain't that serious, y'all. I don't be understanding what's wrong with y'all, man. Y'all be doing just a little too much. Got something great this week, y'all. We come back here next week on Monday and we talking about how the great fights happen for tomorrow. It's no reason why other fighters that ain't got nothing to do with that damn fight are in the conversation. That's why when you come over here, you got to stick to the topic, baby. You got to stick to the topic. It's mandatory. If you can't do that, you got to bounce. There's no, I hate to change the subject, but did y'all hear what Tank said? I don't give a shit. It ain't got nothing to do with this live. I don't care about words. I don't care about who's dissing on Twitter. When somebody signs the paper, when they sign on the dotted line and there's a date and the fighters are confirming it, we can entertain it all we want. And that's with not just those two, any fight. Because once you start entertaining something that you don't know is going to happen, the conversation sounds good. Well, this will be a great fight, but then y'all go overboard. Y'all start bringing people involved in the damn conversation that ain't got nothing to do with the fight. Shit crazy. I bet you Tank was a 68er. He'll beat him. The fuck does that got to do with who we talking about? Y'all say some of the dumbest shit. And it ain't just some of these trolls. It's some of you people with channels and some of y'all with wrenches. Y'all say some of the dumbest shit. And the sad thing about it, you believe in actually what you're saying. That's what makes it more sad. I be looking at some of y'all like, bruh, you can't, nah, you don't believe in that. If you believe in that, then you're still taking teeth. Teeth is still falling out your mouth, and you still putting that shit under the pillow waiting for the tooth fairy to drop $5 off. You gotta be kidding me. Y'all don't believe in half of the shit y'all say. But y'all know people are listening, and you know they're watching. So you're gonna say whatever. It's crazy. Y'all don't ever go back to listen to some of the shit y'all say. Go back to watch our videos. You probably be thinking y'all the shit when you go back and watch your videos. Man, I'm a bad man, boy. Did you hear me? Look at me, boy. They can't touch me. Look at me. Man, y'all better pull it together. Y'all better pull it together. Nobody's forcing y'all to be in boxing. Nobody's forcing you to like it. Nobody's holding you hostage. Nobody's doing it. You're here because you want to be. Anytime you don't want to be, the door is open. There's always new people walking into boxing that's becoming media. They're becoming content creators. We ain't gonna miss you if you walk out the door. Half of y'all ain't wanted anyway. Hell, I might be on the list that's not being wanted, but guess what? I could be comfortable in my skin because I'm being me. I ain't shucking and jiving. I ain't doing none of that. I ain't gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear. Because if people mess with you and they down with you, you gonna get views anyway. If they really mess with you, if you have to be messy and you have to be loud and you have to be obnoxious, like if you just have to be crazy to get that, then maybe you're in the wrong business. You can't just be yourself and get views and have people smash. You got to be an asshole all day for people to smash your like button. That's a problem. You should be able to be you. What's going on, underrated? You should be able to be you in life. There should never be a time that you have to be extra just so you can get your point across. Should never be a time. You got Tevin Farmer and Zepeda tomorrow, y'all, along with other people fighting. Next week should be a great week. I don't know, maybe the week after. I don't know. All I know is that I'm going to enjoy boxing the best way I know how. Because if I followed y'all guys, and if I had the attitude that y'all have, and if I speak the way that y'all speak, I will walk away from this sport a long time ago. But I don't just sit on here and talk. I actually pop up at events. I actually do shows. So why would I be up here arguing with you guys who just talk from at home? Makes absolutely no sense. Talking and arguing is two different things. We talking, cool. But arguing, no. I'm not gonna be on here long, y'all. Get ready to get off here, man. I didn't want to go on a rant, but it just certain things upsets me and it aggravates me. It pisses me off where we claim we junkies and we love the sport of boxing, but we don't even respect that the week of when there's a fight coming up. And sometimes the names are not noticeable, but even when the names are noticeable, you guys tend to look over it to bring up two guys that ain't fighting. It's like a slap in the face to say, who gives a shit about Tevin Farmer or Zepeda? Who cares about it? Let's keep talking about why Tank and Shakur ain't fighting. Now y'all want to entertain Lamar Roach and Stevenson? Jesus. You probably wouldn't even be talking about him if Tank would have slept him. Oh, you would be talking about him, but you'd be talking bad about him. Y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all really don't. And I don't care about how nobody feel about it. Yo, what is he talking about? This dude is crazy. He's delusional. I don't give a shit about what y'all say about me. I really don't. If you know me, then you know me. You know I don't give two flying. See that? You see that? You see them three letters? Oh, excuse me, not the three. You see them three words in the middle? No duck zone. That's what it is over here. You don't duck nothing over here, baby. We gonna bring you the truth all the time. So if you in your feelings, that sounds like a you problem. Tighten up. Tighten up. Because if you were deep into it as I am, you really would appreciate it. Because this sport really will take you places and introduce you to people that you thought you would never meet. And I'm not just talking about celebrities. I'm talking about other people that's in the media that has a great mind, just like you do. Shout out to my brothers, Four Corners Boxing, uh, Boxing with Chris, my brother Thomas, TD Sports Talk. Tell us about that boxing. AG Corner Boxing. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of other my brothers, man. A lot of the sisters. If you really appreciate it, you would know. But it is what it is. But William Zepeda, Teva Farmer going down. I'm going to go back to watch the rest of the rounds of the first fight. I forgot what round I stopped it at. We will be back Monday to talk about this one. And that's the only one I'm going to talk about. I don't know nothing about the other fight on the other side of the street. I won't be watching that. And I won't be covering it. So I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all can't. I mean, you can mention it in the chat, but as far as coming up on the live, I'm not covering them. And it's not the fighters. If you know, you know. Um, I love y'all. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock to talk about Amanda Serrana, Katie Teller 3. Like I said, Josh, I know y'all was over here when I did it the other day, but it got distracted, and I don't like how the video went. So we're gonna do it over. We're gonna do it the right way. So please join me 1 p.m. tomorrow as we talk about the trilogy. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Please smash that like button. I love y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Friday. Matter of fact, I'm sorry, y'all. Not tomorrow. Sunday. I apologize. I told y'all Sunday, not tomorrow. We won't be talking about Katie telling Amanda Serrano tomorrow. That's actually Sunday. I apologize. Sunday. Tomorrow is gonna be quiet as far as me going live. I might be attending an amateur show, so you might see me at the amateur show live. But other than that, we'll come back Monday for that, and Sunday we'll do that one. All right. So I love y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Y'all be safe out there. Love y'all. Y'all know what it is. The No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.